Good evening and welcome back to your Saturday edition of NoQuipFootball on NoQuip Sports, your no funny business source of just football news. You get in, you get out, 5 to 7 minutes. Hopefully you get some fantasy advice and some pick'ems along the way as well. So right now we're going to talk about all of the other matchups that have no short week, no long week, no bye week, and no divisional games attached to it. Starting off with the Pittsburgh Steelers coming in at 7-5, visiting the Buffalo Bills coming in at 6-6. NoQuip Sports is picking Pittsburgh to win this game. I think that Buffalo is going to have a hard time, especially with the AFC East playing the way they are. I do think that Miami is going to bounce back from getting stopped by Baltimore. I think it was a great wake-up call for them in terms of their playoff hopes and also just the team's mentality. I don't want to see them win, obviously, because I'm a Patriots fan, as I've said so many times before. But I think that's also incredibly important for Pittsburgh to pick up this win, being that they're tied for first in their division as well with Baltimore. So anyways, next we have the New Orleans Saints coming in at 5-7, visiting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 7-5. NoQuip Sports is picking Tampa Bay to win this game. Here's the deal, people. That Tampa Bay defense is vastly underrated, and also the New Orleans defense is basically just 11 guys standing out there playing patty cake last time I checked. Now, don't get me wrong. New Orleans has done some good things on defense, but generally speaking, it's not the defense that helps them win games. It's Drew Brees going absolutely bananas, as well as Mark Ingram, and I believe they also have C.J. Spiller down there, who's pretty incredible for a backup. Now, Tampa Bay as well. They have Mike Evans, who's been performing outrageously well, and also Jameis Winston, who's really coming into his own more and more as the season goes on and as he develops in his young career. So I think Tampa Bay is going to win this game. I think they're going to have a nice little playoff berth. I don't think they'll go far into the playoffs, but I do think that they'll get some experience there, which will be important for the next 2 to 3 years, where I think they'll actually make a pretty good stab at it. Next, we have the Arizona Cardinals coming in at 5-6-1, visiting the Miami Dolphins at 7-5. NoQuip Sports is picking Miami to win. Like I said in yesterday's video, I think it's very important that Miami picks up this win here. I think it's actually pretty incredible that they lost last week in terms of the team mentality, and especially getting stomped out like that. So they are angry, they're pissed, and they're also coming against a former Super Bowl contender, conference champion contender. But having said that, though, it's a team that is actually very good and is poised to do things at any time. Just hasn't really been performing this year. So getting this win, even though Arizona has been underperforming, is actually a big deal and a very big boost, especially since you have New England coming up, I believe, the week after. So anyways, next we have, in week 17. Next, we have the San Diego Chargers coming in at 5-7, visiting the Carolina Panthers at 4-8. NoQuip Sports is picking San Diego to win this game. Now, here's the deal, people. The Carolina offense has been slow. Their first half has always been slow. Their second half, they tend to figure it out and get going. But the thing is, that's been the story all season long. You would think that the coaching would figure it out. And in addition to that, that offensive line has been giving Cam Newton so much trouble this year. He's barely been able to breathe, let alone throw the football. And in addition to that, he's kind of in his own head too. Now, don't get me wrong. I do agree with him that there are some rules that aren't really being held up in his favor, whereas they are with other quarterbacks. But still, like, at the end of the day, you have to perform. You have to make something happen, even if you're not getting help from the people that are supposed to be reffing the game a little better. But anyhow, in addition to that, somehow, some way, even though their record is 5-7, which is less than impressive, Phillip Rivers has been finding ways to make it happen, as well as Melvin Gordon and Antonio Gates, for that matter, who are pretty much the only three weapons they have there. I know they have one other receiver who's actually fairly good, but more importantly, though, it's been those core three who have really been carrying the season. I know Antonio Gates might not have the best numbers, but he's been making an incredible impact in the blocking game as well. So anyways, that's all we got for today's Saturday show. Thank you once again for stopping by. And while you're here, don't forget, though, click that little red button down there, subscribe to NoQuip Sports here on YouTube. I'm also going to put an annotation right about here. And in addition to that, if you have a moment, hop on over to the Facebook, NoQuip Sports on Facebook, to like that page, where you can get all the other news articles that I'll be posting there. The description in below will have the link to that Facebook page. For all of you that have done that already, thank you so much. It's really a fantastic thing that we're starting here. I think we're getting a lot of traction with it. It seems like people like it, which is always a fun time. So anyways, as always, please have a fantastic day, and tomorrow is going to be a fantastic day of football as well. Go football.